countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
In Harbour Island, North Eleuthera, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS. In Harbour Island, North Eleuthera, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS. In Harbour Island, North Eleuthera, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, health officials responding to the U.S. ambassador's claims over the funding of the country's multi-million-dollar specialty hospital. Police investigate 3 deaths just hours apart here in the capital. And coming up in sports, the BAISS Basketball Championships tipped off. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the weekend edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Ministry of Health and Wellness issued a statement today following the United States ambassador's comments regarding the Chinese loan of $195 million to fund a new specialty hospital. His Excellency Herschel Walker is quoted saying, "It doesn't appear to be in the best interest of the Bahamas to submit to Chinese law and labor standards on their own soil." Vaughn Albury picks up the story from here.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness statement reads that the decision was undertaken following careful technical, legal, and financial assessment, with the overriding priority being the urgent healthcare needs of the Bahamian people. It added that this project addresses long-standing capacity gaps in tertiary care, maternal health, and critical services, and responds directly to pressures within our public health system. The statement continues that the Bahamas engaged at the highest levels of the U.S. government on numerous occasions, including with the U.S. Export-Import Bank. While there were conversations, the Bahamas did not receive a financial response that met the scale, timing, and certainty required to advance this critical national project. The statement continues that the United States remains a valued and long-standing partner of the Bahamas across health, security, trade, and development. That partnership is neither diminished nor displaced by this agreement, and the Bahamas government welcomes the continued engagement and dialogue with our U.S. counterparts in areas of mutual interest. It concludes that the government of the Bahamas will continue to pursue practical, timely solutions that serve the best interests of the Bahamian people, guided by our national priorities, development needs, and our sovereign right to make decisions in the public interest. Ongoing dialogue with all international partners will continue. I'm Vaughn Albury, ZNS News.
The deal is signed, sealed, and delivered, according to the Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville. But when it comes to who should fund the multi-million-dollar project, a war of words is brewing over which country will be the best partner for the job, China or the United States. This after the U.S. ambassador questioned the integrity of the deal. The Chinese embassy is now responding, insisting it is committed to long-term friendly and cooperative relations with the Bahamas on the basis of equality and and mutual benefit. Cleopatra Murphy is on the story tonight.
The Chinese embassy is defending its partnership with the Bahamas for the construction of the $268 million specialty hospital, insisting China-Bahamas cooperation involves no geopolitical calculations, targets no third party, and should not be interfered with by any external party. The statement comes after U.S. Ambassador to the Bahamas, His Excellency Herschel Walker, in another statement suggested the Bahamas seek a better deal with the U.S., as in his words, it doesn't appear to be in the best interest of the Bahamas to submit to Chinese law and labor standards on their own soil. Walker's comments comes amid news that there will be a 50-50 Bahamian-Chinese labor component on the project, being funded partly through a $195 million loan through the China Export-Import Bank and constructed by China Railway Construction Company. The Chinese embassy says the hospital is being funded by a highly preferential loan undertaken at government's request and is jointly advanced by both sides on the basis of mutual respect and friendly consultation, with the aim of improving the well-being of the Bahamian people. The project aligns with the healthcare needs of the Bahamas and serves its best interest. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis on Friday insisted the U.S. continues to be a partner and the government is always willing to talk, but the Bahamas discussed the hospital with the U.S. when he became Prime Minister in 2021.
Our need was pressing, and we did not get the results from the United States that we expected. And we had to, and as I indicated, I continue to indicate, where there's a vacuum, nature abhors that vacuum, and it will be filled. We have an agreement already with China to now abort that, will throw us back another 3-4 years. I don't think our country, my people, could afford to wait another 3 or 4 years for what we need now.
The 200-bed hospital will be built on a 50-acre property off the New Providence Highway and includes a maternal and pediatric ward, surgical suites, and other facilities. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Thanks a lot, Cleo. Well, police are investigating the sudden deaths of an elderly couple found unresponsive at a residence on Iguana Way off Carmichael Road. This after a family member became concerned after not hearing from their mother for a week. Grandson of the 68-year-old woman, Brenville Stubbs, says he contacted police after receiving a call from his aunt around 11 o'clock. When he arrived at his grandparents' home, his cousin was already attempting to gain entry to no avail, leaving Stubbs no choice but to break a window.
I opened the door, quickly opened the door, and my cousin and my mom also, they came in. I checked the left side of the residence, which was the kitchen. It wasn't no one in there. I followed the scent. My mom was the first one in front of me. I came behind her. He opened the doors, 2 doors, which is on the right-hand side. And she opened the last door. She discovered my Grammy covered up in a blanket.
The granddaughter says the family was still trying to process the shock when they realized the elderly woman's husband was also missing.
When everybody was asking about the husband, I was still shocked too. I was like, where's the husband? So I started thinking in a different way. So I decided to go on back inside. When they went back inside, my cousin said, hey, the bathroom door is closed. So when they went inside, they opened the door and I discovered he was on the bathroom toilet.
According to police, the deceased are a 79-year-old man and a 68-year-old woman. Fire services also conducted preliminary checks and found no evidence of a gas or air conditioning leak. Police say detectives from the Criminal Investigation Department assessed the scene, and at this time, no foul play is suspected. An autopsy will be conducted to determine the exact cause of death. Investigations into this matter continues. The body of a deceased man was found along the Western Road this morning. Police say the discovery was made just after 8 a.m. at the entrance of Mount Pleasant Village. The matter has been classified as a sudden death, and police say foul play is not suspected at this time. A man on Grand Bahama attempted to take his own life on Friday. Police say the incident took place shortly after 1:30 at a home off Outrigger Drive when the man reportedly ingested a quantity of pills. The man was taken to hospital where he claimed he was depressed as a result of continuous bullying by a co-worker over the past few months. Police say while he was registered for medical attention, he discharged himself and left the hospital against medical advice before being evaluated by medical professionals. The investigation continues. And still to come, more programs to empower young people. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition.
isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? Ah, you haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
Hi, I'm Brent from CBS Bahamas. Listen, if you're a contractor or tradesman, you want to be a part of our Preferred Contractors Program. By enrolling in our Preferred Contractors Program, you'll save 10% automatically at both of our locations. And guess what? The more you spend, the more you save. That discount can increase. Register today at cbsbahamas.com/register using your trade name to be automatically enrolled.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Eleuthera, we've helped 122 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $3 million in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Eleuthera's economy by investing in its leading sectors: tourism, food and beverage, and agriculture. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy, starting with yours. SBDC, Bahamas.
The Prime Minister was speaking to reporters on the sidelines of Invest Fest at the Baha Mar Convention Center, where he told participants the country's capital markets or financial exchanges must be built so that regular Bahamians are not left out. He also shared that while the Bahamas International Stock Exchange does well, the exchange is not a reflection of the full scale of the country, as there are sectors that never appear or companies that can benefit from listing but do not know how to go about the process.
We need a ladder of markets, private placements and crowdfunding for the early stages, growth segments for mid-sized firms, the main board for large and mature companies, active markets for both equity and debt. We also need better information. You cannot invest wisely in what you cannot see. Regular honest reporting from companies and from government is part of building depth. Third, inclusion. If the capital market feels like a club on Bay Street, it will always be smaller than it could be.
The Prime Minister went further to drive home the importance of inclusion, noting that it begins with financial literacy, adding that people need clear explanations of different products, the risks and rewards.
Inclusion also means access. A young person in Andros or Exuma should be able to open an investment account through a phone with fair fees and clear protections. A small saver should be able to start with realistic sums. When more Bahamians hold units in funds, own shares in local firms, and hold bonds that finance national projects, they watch the news differently. They talk about policy differently. They teach their children differently. That is how we take people along with us.
Young Bahamians across the capital were reminded at the 14th Annual Youth Empowerment Session today that opportunities don't end after graduation. At the session, government officials and program leaders highlighted several initiatives to help young Bahamians earn, learn, and build lasting careers. West Calix Forbes reports.
This year's guest speaker, Minister of Labour and the Public Service, the Honourable Pia Glover-Roll, encouraged young people to take advantage of the opportunities already in place to support their growth and development. Minister highlighted several government initiatives aimed at youth empowerment, including Campus, DigiLearn, Upskill Bahamas, BAMSI, and the National Apprenticeship Program.
So you can earn while you learn. The government will place you in a program where we provide you with the soft skills training in a school, in a college environment where you learn the skills that you need to engage, but also you get the opportunity to be paired with an employer and you get a stipend. So you're learning, you're earning, you're secured for employment and building a career for the long term through the National Apprenticeship Program.
President and CEO of the Youth Empowerment Program, Delano Monroe, says one of the most encouraging aspects of the YEP program is the strong level of engagement among young men.
The amount of young men that are attracted to YEP is amazing. On an average, I can say we have 4 to 6 in regards to male-female ratio, and that's evident what you see today in terms of the young men that are sitting in this auditorium and actively, positively participating in these activities.
Monroe also emphasized the importance of mentorship, noting that YEP provides access to positive male role models across various professions.
If you're looking for a strong, positive role model or mentor, YEP is a place. We have a strong network of young men that volunteer with the program, whether they're from the Defense Force, the Police Force, or they're from corporate Bahamas, they're lawyers, they're doctors, they're bankers, they're business persons. So you have someone in this program that you can attach yourself to and serve as your mentor and help to guide you through these difficult parts in life that most young men are facing now.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Thanks a lot, Wes. Well, the Bahamas is once again making waves on the global stage by being ranked number 4 for best beaches in the world in the 2026 U.S. News and World Report travel rankings. The recognition highlights the country's powder-soft white and pink sand beaches and crystal clear waters spread across more than 700 islands and keys. It also marks the second consecutive year the Bahamas has landed in the top 5 worldwide for best beaches. Beyond beaches, the Bahamas continues to score high across multiple travel categories, ranking near the top for summer family vacation destinations, weddings, honeymoons, and Caribbean getaways. Tourism officials boast that with strong airlift from major U.S. markets and world-class experiences from luxury resorts to secluded island escapes, the Bahamas remains a premier year-round destination for every kind of traveler. Meantime, 4 months in and the Agriculture Marine Cadet Corps programs are already reaping positive results. I caught up with the masterminds behind the program.
They already have their gardens going, seedlings going and everything. They've already started doing soil testing because we've started to distribute material.
163 students from 12 schools across 8 islands make up the first cohort of the Agriculture and Marine Science Cadet Corps program. The 3-year program teaches high school students the fundamentals of backyard farming and agricultural science. Coordinator Romeo Josie says the students are doing a pretty good job at getting their hands dirty while producing crops.
Growing vegetables mainly. I know they have a lot of beets. They're really interested in doing a lot of beets, and they understand the health benefits in things like beets. They're also getting into we have some schools that have just gotten chickens recently. That's not through our program, but they've started in those areas with livestock and all of that. So some programs are a bit far ahead.
Schools with strong agriculture programs include North Andros High School, C.V. Bethel, Government High, and H.O. Nash. These schools raise livestock, including goats, sheep, vegetables, chickens, and eggs. Senior Education Officer with responsibility for career and technical training, Patrice Green, says she hopes the success rate it's seen in other Cadet Corps programs is replicated in these 12 schools.
I saw the need for us to have an agriculture cadet program because when we look at what is happening, when we look at the needs for our country, when we look at jobs and industry gaps, I knew that this is the way that we needed to go. We needed a cadet program to fill industry gaps, to send our students off.
Agriculture officials are optimistic that this program not only builds the passion of persons interested in the field, but entrepreneurs looking to make an honest living. Meantime, they plan to start their second recruitment exercise in October. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis. Don't go anywhere. Saturday Sports is up next.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way, from solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanities, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at WBUSBahamas.com. We Buy and Sell. Upgrade your home today.
Back at Little Caesars, and Good. Our popular Chicago-style pizza is back for a limited time only. Enjoy this delicious, thick, buttery crust pizza that's packed with layers of cheese, meats, and veggies for just $18. That inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars, Oakville, Carmichael Road, East Street, Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and One East Plaza.
Pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Guess what's back? Bigger, bolder, and trendier than ever. What's trending? Returns February 9th with fresh stories, big energy, and all the vibes you love. And yes, we're kicking it off with love. Join us Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. on the ZNS Network because if it's trending, we're talking about it.
There's a spark of greatness in each of us. That spark is called personality. Individual gifts and talents provide the fuel to set that spark ablaze. Each child has the right to an education which values their personality and nurtures their talents, while teaching them to be respectful to their parents and their cultures.
Good evening and welcome to Sports on this Saturday evening. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, the BAISS matchups getting underway yesterday from the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium for all 4 divisions, and it was a show like no other. For the junior girls, the Cougars of Charles W. Saunders faced the Queens College Comets. The Cougars would take an early 6-4 lead to end the first, but it would be Jada Fraser giving the Comets the go-ahead of 9-8, and Layla Leonard putting the Cougars back in front 11-9 at the half. Charles W. Saunders going on a 6-0 run to start the third as Rainey Tinker going coast to coast, putting the Cougars in the driver's seat 23-18. In the fourth, it would be Tajanique Morley putting QC on her back to get within 1 point, and it would be the combo of Morley and Fraser to close this one out 27-25.
Well, it's all about matching energy. We started off flat, started off laid back, and expect the ref to call for us. It's a championship game. We don't expect any call or anything like that. So we got to go there and basically fight for the game.
It's very important because the next game determines if we win the championship or not. But I know we coming out and we going to show out.
I put up a lot of practice to get my shots the way it is. And me and my team, we work very hard to get where we are today.
For the junior boys, another battle for the Comets as they faced the St. Anne's Blue Waves. As for the Comets, they would make it 21-8 to end the first half, and this one no doubt for the Comets improving to 1-0 in the championship series with a game-ending score of 49-23.
Yeah, I watched them tapes for St. Anne's 1,000 times, man. That's a great coach, a great team. We was actually in the summer league with Kevin Johnson. That really paid off us.
What's the strategy now for game 2?
Fight!
Now all is not lost for the Blue Waves making their first time appearance in the championship as Coach Gary Hanna looks at the glass half full.
Everybody doubted us. We come from low beginnings. We practiced during the summer, started to get the boys. We work as a team. It's trust. Today we didn't trust each other. There's a lot of selfish play. But if we execute as a team and remember that's what we did in the season, I'm sure Monday will be a different result.
For the senior girls defending champs, the Kingsway Academy Saints took on the St. John's College Giants. The Giants will cruise to an early 16-10 lead at the end of the first half, but it would be the Giants going on a 12-0 run in the final moments to take the prayers from the Saints and win 35-28.
Yeah, most definitely we can ride this momentum going into game 2 because we owe them something from last year. They took the championship from us last year. They beat us regular season, so we always had something for them.
And in the final matchup of the night, it would be defending senior boys champs, the St. John's College Giants, going up against the Cougars of Charles W. Saunders. Charles W. Saunders showing no mercy to the champs, going up 15-8 to end the first and 32-21 by the half. St. John's beginning to turn things around would get within 5 of the Cougars with just 37 seconds left in regulation time. And on the last minute foul, St. John's would go to the line for 2 shots from Diafa Ferguson Jr. to give the Giants the lead with just 0.5 seconds left in the game. Charles W. Saunders using its final timeout to line up this inbound pass play, and this one a dagger from Davis from 3 to put the Cougars out in front to take Game 1 of the Senior Boys Championship 68-66. Game 2 for all championship games will be held on Monday from the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. And that's been your Saturday evening sports. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking lot? You ain't even know where to park. Again, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. That's no parking. No, man, you can't park him on the gas spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. On the gas spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, bro. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bar big broke, and he got a sticker inside. This ain't this mod, though. We gotta move. This is a honey gas spot. Let's go. We gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Diane Dorsett joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
Thanks, Adon. Before we take a look at current conditions, let's quickly get into what's shaping our weather for the next few days. An area of high pressure now settling over the Bahamas is taking control of our weather pattern. This high is following in behind that last cold front. That means we'll keep the cooler temperatures, brisk breezes at times, and generally stable conditions as we move into the new week. And as a helpful reminder, I like to think the H in high pressure stands for happy weather, which usually brings calmer weather, helping to limit rainfall, and we'll also see a gradual warming trend toward the end of the week. Now this evening outside of our studios, it's a 71 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Winds are northwest at 11 miles per hour. Humidity is at 56%, and the pressure is standing at 30.04 inches or 1,017.4 millibars. Now a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In the northwest Bahamas, Freeport City and Grand Turtle Key 69 degrees, Marsh, Haba, Abaco, Alistown, Bimini, and Bullocks Harbor 71, 75 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 76 in Camp Space, South Andros, and Black Point, Exuma, 72 in Harbor Island and Roxton, Eleuthera, 74 in Arthurstown, Kill Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key, 71 in Georgetown and 4 our southernmost islands, Clarencetown, Crooked Island, Ragged Island, 76, Betsy Bay, Atkins, Matthew-Town, Inagua, 75, and 75 also in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Now, turning to your boating forecast for all areas tonight, winds will be northerly at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, a high tide at 12:09 in the morning, and small craft operators are advised to exercise caution. Tomorrow, for those in the northwest and central Bahamas, winds will be north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas at 2 to 4 feet, a low tide at 6:28 in the morning, followed by a high tide at 12:17 in the afternoon. And for the southeast, winds will be northerly at 15 to 25 knots, seas at 5 to 8 feet, and a small craft advisory is in effect. Our satellite picture shows some low-level cloud cover drifting across much of the island chain, though no significant weather systems are nearby. Tonight, you can expect a cool 57 degrees, I love it, windy with increasing clouds, and for tomorrow, 69 degrees, low clouds and windy. Now, looking ahead, the extended forecast calls for a few low clouds hanging around tomorrow. Then more sunshine takes over for the remainder of the week, making for pleasant days and comfortable nights across the Bahamas. LaDawn.
I'm enjoying this cool weather, Diane. Thank you so much. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
At the Sydney Poitier Bridge, I'm Kaylin Green. This is ZNS.
Don't let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody, don't let nobody.